Uh, Welcome to our movie database mini project by Alex, Jesus, Thomas, and Jose.
So basically, for this project, this database, we wanted to cover a theme, and we chose a theme that was a little bit relevant to what we're living right now, and we decided to go with a movie that we really enjoy called I Am Legend, and because it focused on a virus and what it could do to people, and how it's similar to where we're living in right now. So we just decided we're gonna go off a theme, and the three main objectives for our theme were just one, the requirements. We wanted to make sure that they met the requirements that a professor wanted, and the second thing was obviously make sure it works. Uh, we're not great at programming, so we just try to keep it simple, working, and make sure that everything was going to plan. Because if we overcomplicated it with things we didn't understand, at the end of the day, all we were going to do is stress ourselves out, give you code that wasn't great, and it wasn't working because we tried to overcomplicate things. And the five main functions we try to focus on was one was input, so that whenever you want a movie, a user could just input the movie, the year, and the director. The second thing was a search function. We wanted to make sure that each person could search up whatever movie they wanted by the year of release. The third thing we wanted to focus on was the edit function because just in case people make mistakes sometimes, and just in case you input the movie wrong, the director wrong, the year wrong, you could just search it up, change whatever you needed to change, and keep going. The third thing we wanted to focus on was the sorting algorithm. We just wanted to make sure that it sorted it from greatest to smallest, or smallest to greatest, whatever way you wanted it to sort. And finally, the last thing we wanted to focus on was the delete. So if you just didn't want a movie to be in the database anymore, you could delete it. However, we did have problems with the delete button, and we it didn't work, but we're still working on it.
Okay, so for background, we chose to do our project in C++. We've all taken a course together in C++. We're all comfortable with C++. We all took CS 2500 together at Stanislaus. We've all worked together. We just C++ just made the most sense for us. We're not very familiar with other languages. I know Thomas is comfortable with Python. Alex is comfortable with Java. But like we just felt all together, our knowledge in C++ was more beneficial to the group than working in like something in Python that we're all not familiar with. For our research articles, we looked at a comparative study between various sorting algorithms. So pretty much we learned that there's algorithms that are fast, like quicksort. Quicksort is like a good example of like something that's like much faster than something like insertion sort. But we went ahead and used insertion sort because it was just something that we understood and was easy to implement into our code. We also looked at an introduction to database systems, and we also used our book, C++ Programming from Problem Analysis to Program Design from last semester. Um, we looked at it quite a bit. We used it as a reference because there were some things that we just couldn't figure out that we were just like, we forgot this. We should look into it, and the book was just more than helpful when it came to that.
So for implementation, it was very important for us to use insertion sort. It was easily the simplest one that we could use and the most straightforward. It didn't have too many extra things that came along with it. Second, we used case breaks to perform different functions. We didn't want to write a program that was linear and it just went from one function to the next, to the next, to the next. We wanted a bit of flexibility. We used array for data entry into text files. The reason that we did this is because we don't have a lot of experience using vectors, pointers, and ADTs. So we used the thing that we knew best. And a common issue that Alex brought up earlier, or that he did bring up, is that every time we run the program, it creates a new text file. It's kind of annoying. Some complications that we ran into while developing our program is implementing the sorting algorithm. The first time we got it, it like bricked the whole program, but now we have it to where it's only breaking the delete function. Our first major issue was white space. Yeah, it took us a while to fix the white space problem, and currently we have a delete function problem, and that's not meshing with our sorting algorithm. Conclusion, our mini project overall, we believe was a success with our skill level. We had a lot of complications, but we also had them very good help. We set ourselves up for the main project. We know what we need to do, know what we need to fix, and need to fix our delete function, which we plan on doing very quickly.
Next, we're going to show you guys the code actually running.